Welcome to another edition of the Moose Scelzi Bar and Grill Weekend Wrap, where we highlight a few of the storylines that occurred in sprint car racing across the country. Before we get into the actual racing and who we're highlighting, don't forget, check out Moose Scelzi Bar and Grill for great food at a great price. You won't regret it. Gio Scelzi is having a great swing through California. He ended up getting his second World of Outlaw win of 2022 last Friday night at Bakersfield Speedway. It was Gio's second win of the season. As we said, it was his third top five and seventh top 10 in 10 World of Outlaw events this season. Mind you, he is fifth in the point standings as the series leaves California and heads to Vado Speedway. But he can't compete for the World of Outlaws title due to his competing at East Bay Raceway Park earlier this year with the All-Star Circuit of Champions. At least that's the way it's been in the past. So that's off the table. However, Gio is fast. He's one of the fastest cars in the country. I don't believe this is just home cooking in the state of California. I think the team has speed. And also, Dylan Boswell, crew chief. We all remember his name last year for the Aaron Reitzel situation where they were caught with an illegal chassis in New York by the World of Outlaws. I think that's behind him. And I think Dylan is a better than advertised crew chief, or at least better than what people thought when he went to KCP Racing. The team's doing well. They're dotting their I's. They're crossing their T's. Gio's comfortable behind the wheel, and that's showing in his performance. As I've said for the last couple of weeks, I think Gio's going to have a great season, and we're seeing that now, and he's going to be a major player the rest of the year. Back in central Pennsylvania, Dylan Norris gets the win at Williams Grove Speedway on Friday night, and this is relevant. It was his first 410 sprint car win of his career, and the best part is he's 18 years old. We talk so often about who's the next young guy in central Pennsylvania. Obviously, Anthony Macri is well on his way to having a good career, but this is a teenager. And it's just something we don't see often in central Pennsylvania. It's mostly reserved for California drivers. But last week, Dylan Norris looked good, led the whole way at Williams Grove, gets his first win overall in his career. And the best part, he's only been in 410 sprint car racing 2 years. This is his second full season. So that's also a plus. But I think what's more impressive is, to me, watching that event, he was controlled. He had composure, made a couple little mistakes, but nothing that was earth-shattering or cost him the lead. He had Devin Borden on him for a while. He was in traffic. Now, he caught a little bit of a break when there was a caution when he was in traffic. Maybe he would have got caught. Maybe he wouldn't have. But he looked composed. The team has speed, and the team seems to be getting him comfortable behind the wheel. Something else of note, over the offseason and recently, he's lost 60 pounds. He's made a conscious effort to work on his craft and treat it more serious than he has in the past. And that's translating to his on-track performance. And I'm anxious to see how he develops the rest of the season. Danny Dietrich gets the win at Lincoln Speedway. Why is this notable? Normally it's not. Danny Dietrich wins a lot of races, has over the last 10, 12 years. This is different, though. Coming into last weekend, he had a 23 race losing streak dating back to last year. That's done. The thing is, I was never concerned about Danny because he had speed. He's looked good. He's been consistent. We've seen that through the early stages of the season. Didn't have as good a Florida run as he did in 2021. However, he came back to central Pennsylvania and he had 5 top 5 finishes in 6 events. Just couldn't seem to draw well, and that's always tough in daylight shows. He started 10th at Lincoln, obviously not a premier starting spot, but with the handicapping system, they started handicapping in the Pigeon Hills last week. But he drove to the front, he gets the win, and again, everything's right in the world in central Pennsylvania. Danny Dietrich's back winning. Now, something of note, he's lost 25 straight events at Williams Grove Speedway, dating back to July 31st of 2020. It's been that long. So Judging by what I saw last week and what I've seen through the early season, I'm going to say that that ends real soon. In fact, in the next couple weeks at the Grove. Wrapping things up, last week we highlighted the Anthony Macri Logan Wagner incident at Port Royal Speedway. If you missed it, which I don't know how you could, Logan Wagner slid Anthony Macri off turns 3 and 4 at Port Royal Speedway, got all four wheels ahead of him. Macri gets sideways, hooks the back bumper, spins Logan Wagner. Obviously, Logan's not happy. Comments were made, so on and so forth. The two have spoken, and something good's come out of this thing. Couple things have come out of it. A, drama and interest is never bad in sprint car racing. However, something that's much more important. The two still don't agree with what happened on the track, but they have come together to help Adley's adventure. It's a young 2-year-old girl who has leukemia. A very unfortunate and saddening incident there. And what they decided to do is donate a portion of their proceeds from T-shirt sales last week at Port Royal Speedway that would go to Adley and her fight. It was not rained out, but it was weathered out because of cold temperatures and chances of snow and so forth. But the two have agreed to, during the week, do something for her as well. They're going to postpone that day and still do the donation. Even more inspiring is other drivers have jumped on board to help this cause. Ayrton Geniton, Dylan Cisney, Parker Price Miller, Brian Brown, to name a few, who have decided to also donate proceeds and also help out as well. So drivers helping out for a good cause never go wrong. That's going to wrap up another edition of the Moose's LZ Bar and Grill Weekend Wrap. Don't forget, head out to Moose's LZ and for some great food at a great price. For more coverage of sprint car racing across the country, go to sprintcarunlimited.com for our exclusive content. It's only $35 a year, $30 for 6 months, $18 for 3 months. You won't regret it. It's a good deal. And we'll be back next week. Stay tuned.